buzz and a miss. All these bad rooms all over my shit. Here go. Planet of the.
Yeah, you're good. I'm excited about the venue. It's called the Tampa Club. Really nice place, and I think that's the place we're gonna go to because it'll at least it'll have like open bar. It'll have the food ready to go, and all I got to worry about is just like whatever I got to pay, and then at least everything will be set up. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
The Kevin Allen show is more like a Patriots channel. He's pretty famous, but like on his own platform, and he does podcasts. So he likes us a lot, because we're pretty much about freedom of speech ourselves. I know you are.
Yeah.
So that's going to be a cool little thing for us to have. He's going to bring, camera equipment on that Friday. The event will host between May 20th to the 22nd.
That's beastie.
Just make sure you get your yacht tickets, bro, because the yacht cruise is going to be on Saturday. So that's already ready to go. It's crazy how fast all these events are happening for us because it's like, we did South Beach, Miami. We had the 9X. We went to Fontainebleau, but that was what we did.
I love watching you guys act like a fool. I fucking love it, man.
God's good, man. God's good for sure. When was that? We did that when was it? January?
Yeah.
And then we went to Vegas. We just went to Vegas. We went to a mansion party. We took a helicopter. We went to every club. Yeah. And then now here we are. I'm like, okay, we're gonna do one event a quarter, but now it's looking like two. Now it's looking like two events a quarter.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I like that we get to congregate with our community, and I think interoperability is really important for all of us to get together. I mean, we're the mood of the market. You know what I'm saying? So like. If we're the food of the market, we need to start congregating the next 1%. And because these connections are going to be harder to make, you're not going to be able to talk to blockchain monkeys in the next 5 years because he's going to be too important at that point. On TV, so it's good for us to congregate, get these connections done now. That way, when we're in full flourish mode later on down the line, things are going to be a lot different.
It helps. It's going to be harder. It helps so much with like new people coming into the space that have no idea about crypto as well. They're able to get a chance to learn about a new asset class that they have no clue about. You know what I'm saying? And right now is the perfect time because it's like we've been in the space for a while, so it seems like a long time, but really it's not.
No, not at all. Not at all. I tell people all the time, like, sometimes, we could become so expert that we detach from the millions of new people coming in all the time, and that's why I tell a lot of our people, I tell my audience this all the time. There's no point in pretending to be too expert to congregate with so many new investors that are coming in. And if you keep detaching yourself, you're going to lose those valuable connections. We can't become so expert that we detach to how much we actually know. We do know a lot. We're learning every day, but think about the new guy that just came in and is like, what's Bitcoin? That's like their definition of crypto. You know what I mean?
That's one thing. I'm glad you said that because that's one thing that keeps me grounded, because anytime I get off on my intelligent rant, right, I always go back to exactly how I felt when I got into the space, when it felt so cold and I didn't know anything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's one of those things that allows me to, reel it back in and help somebody. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That was hell.
Exactly. Well, exactly. I tell content creators just in general, here's the thing. When you're a content creator, you want to help everybody on every level of the crypto field, whether it's beginner to the whales and all this other stuff. But at the same time, we become so in tune with talking to higher level or educated people that we forget about those little guys, or we forget about the people that are brand new. And I always try to remind myself, stop trying to sell the experts, because the experts are always going to be too smart. They're always going to say, oh, I know everything. I don't need anybody's help. Okay, well, you stay brown. I'm going to stay green, So for me, I rather keep reminding myself, hey, there's millions of brand new people that are coming in that need our help. And that's why I think, the crypto community as a whole needs to focus on helping everyone, not just, trying to have these little cliques, because there's no growth in clicks. There's growth in new people. There's growth in networking and synergizing different audiences and stuff like that. You know, this venue, we're going to be able to hold roughly, we're going to be able to hold probably up to 70 people within this venue. But as we get larger, I would like to be able to hold 500 people and then 1,000 people. You know, but we're not going to get there until we congregate more content creators, more communities, and have that synergy and that interoperability. You know, we can't keep competing with the next ecosystem and this next ecosystem and stay separated when we know the future is interoperability.
Interoperability. You know? There's no way around it.
And yeah, exactly. And that's one thing where it's like, you know, we could run into so many competitive people, and I love I love being competitive. I'm a very competitive person by nature. I know you are too. I know you're out there fucking pumping iron all the time. I know you're out there the next guy and you're like, that guy can't lift anything, you know. but at the end of the day, you know, I try to remember these things, and I'm like, you know, we can only get bigger the more we interact with different ecosystems. Like right now, we have ETH and we have Cosmos community trying to bump heads and stuff like that. But they're
and the whole time they're making things easier to connect, and people are still bumping heads. I don't get it.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, well, you know, you already know that I'm a big fan. My biggest holding right now for the cycle is Bluzelle BLZ.
Yeah, so tell me about Bluzelle.
All right, so all right, let me go into chill mode. Okay. But you know, the reason why I love Bluzelle BLZ is, well, it's a small cap for the pennies. You know what I mean? It's 500 million coin cap. However, besides the tokenomics of this token, it's a high use case. It's bridging Cosmos, ETH, and Polkadot. So these are you know, Cosmos and Polkadot are high level ecosystems. They're hyper efficient, but nobody's really been playing around within their ecosystems. Nobody's talking about it. However, what's going to get them to talk about these two ecosystems for Cosmos and Polkadot is interoperability, and that's what Bluzelle BLZ is doing. I mean, Bluzelle is so high use case that Ripple pays them directly for their software solutions and security measures. Same thing with Tendermint, same thing with Cosmos. So, you know, any person looking, I mean, put it this way, if the Ripple creator, the original Ripple creator, okay, is on board as the advisory for this company, I think it's a lot. A lot of people don't know that, you know.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, Ryan actually sold Ripple to Chris Larson and Jed McCaleb back in the day when Ripple was first incepted. So Ryan created Ripple, created tech, you know, sold that idea, sold the company to Chris and Jed, and and then they had their own little fiasco. And that's what's kind of crazy, you know, within the crypto industry. You know, you think you know all about a particular company, but as you go back in time, you start running into the bigger wigs or the bigger people playing, or like, you know, because it's creation. You know, you want to create something, you create and you delegate to the next person that's going to take that idea to the next level. And I think that says a lot about what the crypto community needs to be anyways. You know, we need to create for each other and keep creating better products and better services, because that's what's ultimately going to do better for the economy, you know?
Absolutely. And then another thing I wanted to get into was their partners. Do they have some partnerships, some really pretty big ones, like Coinbase Ventures and?
Oh yeah, I mean they're on every tier 1 exchange. It's on Coinbase, Binance, Crypto.com. It is on Gate.io. I mean, you could get it just about anywhere. It's all over the place, and no one talks about it. It's like a secret little hidden gem, like out there that has high use case, but no one's really talking about it. Cosmos on their website deems them as their infrastructure token. So Bluzelle does Cosmos infrastructure. So for all the people that are into IBC and, you know, I mean, I'm talking, I mean, these guys seem like gang members at this point. But, you know, but if you're a Cosmos enthusiast and you're like really hardcore for Cosmos, wait for Bluzelle, because Bluzelle is already doing integration with Osmosis. So Bluzelle,
are they on Osmosis yet? Are they on there yet? Are they on there yet?
Not yet, but if you take a look at their Twitter account, they're integrating for Osmosis.
Yes.
So Bluzelle is going to be on the Kepler wallet, which is where, what's it called? How you say Umee? I don't know how you pronounce it. Umee.
Yeah,
Which I
Umee.
have a big bag. I have a big bag of Umee. I like the 72% APY. I think
that's what I mean. Those staking rewards are crazy. You'd be a fool not to take advantage of that. After looking at the project,
yeah,
you'd be a fool not to take advantage of that.
See, I knew about Juno when it was around $8 to $15, but at the time, there were so many other picks that I was working. You can't get them all. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to get them all. And I wish I would have got in. I really do. But, because I saw the uptick when it went to around $15 to $20, at that point I was out. But now it's in the 40s, and now it's even more out of reach. So for people like me, I'm very cheap when it comes to my capital. You know what I mean? Like, I want to get the most tokens for my buck, but I need to have a bottom. For me, the game is always simple. There's a bullish and a bearish market, right? In a bullish and bearish market, you're going to buy the bottom, you're going to sell the top. And that's what creates a bullish and bearish market. Investors buying bottoms, selling tops.
Right.
So, for me, when I'm looking at Juno, I'm like, Juno's too expensive for me, and I don't want to risk my money at the top. It's trending at an ATH. So for me to get into UMEE, that's a no-brainer, because now I got the bottom and I'm creating the APY, and I could grow with the token ecosystem instead of like getting in the middle or getting in at the top.
The top.
Yeah, exactly. And when you stake, they're locking you in. Whatever happens, like let's say when the cycle ends, and every cycle no matter how great a pick is, there's always going to be a cycle.
Absolutely.
There's going to be a bottom and there's going to be a top. And, for me, I rather spend my time in something that's less risky. You know what I'm saying? So I think UME is going to do really well.
Absolutely. I was like surprised to see that the CEO, Brett Zhu, that he also was at Consensus as well.
Oh yeah,
Yep.
I didn't know that.
Yep, Tendermint.
I've been hearing a lot of stuff. I mean, you and we had a content creator named Shipmate, and I'm really proud of him. He's really awesome. And one day he had came up to me and he was like, "Hey man, like I want to do some content creation. I want to do other things, and you know me, man. Like I'm always willing to help grow anybody. I want to create more." We need to create more CEOs and more communities out there for the crypto space. So the more of us, the more bigger the mood it's going to be for the market as a whole. So I took him under my wing for a little bit, and he exploded super fast. And now he's flying. He's flying solo dolo. He's doing awesome.
Nice.
He's like, he teaches me a good deal about Cosmos, and you probably would teach me a great deal about Cosmos too. I'm still pretty fresh to that ecosystem. I know a lot. But I don't know everything.
I've been getting some really good information from Crypto Cito on YouTube.
I've been hearing about him. Yeah,
he's in Cosmos. Yeah. He's like in the whole Cosmos ecosystem. Does a really great job with that.
Okay, cool. Yeah. I'm gonna have to check him out. Just to learn a little bit. I try to learn like every ecosystem I can. As much as I can. But man, there's so much new shit coming out. It's like, geez, it's like it's hard to keep up.
Every day. Every day. I mean, like seriously.
All the experts from like 2017 or 2018 are so outdated now. They're like dinosaurs, for them, even them right now, they don't seem as expert anymore, because like now whenever I'm talking to a lot of the people that I used to talk to in 2018, 2017, they're all like, we're going to zero tomorrow. It's over. We're going to enter a bear market. It's going down. And I'm like, I don't know, man, because it's like, the mood is different. You have real adoption coming right now in 2020.
You know what that is? You know what that I blame that to? Not continuing to educate themselves and being set in their ways.
Yeah, exactly. They think that, the market is not a pattern. You know what I mean? Yeah, it can resemble certain things, but it's definitely not a pattern. The times are different. The politics are different. Did you catch the Fed meeting today?
No, I didn't catch it today, but they did raise them again, didn't they?
Yeah, they raised the interest rate 0.25 BPS, and then they plan on raising it up to 1.9 by the end of the year. However, I don't know if they're going to be able to do that. They said at every meeting they're going to raise the interest rates, but I just don't think they're going to be able to. I see what they're trying to do, and it has a lot to do with consumer spending. you know, when you're trying to, you know, and I bring this up all the time, right? Thomas Jefferson, you know, the banks are always going to leverage inflation and deflation to really fuck with us, if anything. but you know, what they're trying to do is they're trying to control money velocity by leveraging inflation and deflation. The only way they're going to stop inflation from ripping, right now, they said we'll be at 4.3% by the end of the year, which I think is bullshit. I think we're probably around the 8 to 10% range, but they say that we're going to be 4.3 inflation rate this year. In order for them to control inflation, they need to control spending. In order to control spending, they need to raise interest rates to tighten money supply. That way people spend less money. But when you're looking at like inflation rates against food and energy, which I thought was fucked up, because here's the thing, when they did all the calculations for inflation, they left out the inflation increases for food and energy, which is literally everything we're experiencing. We have $4 gas, the groceries are up the ass price, you know, so I best believe they left those numbers out, but like clearly they're going to. But at the end of the day, the fact that, you know, we're watching higher prices no matter what we do, and they're trying to tighten money, you know, I just don't think they're going to be able to tame this beast. I really, really don't, because we need food and energy.
Right, man.
So, you know, we're stuck spending this money, and for them to increase rates, okay, yeah, they're gonna increase rates, which will stop us from trying to spend more money. But the problem is inflation is in things that we need. So we're going to be getting more poor as we go into 2022 if we don't leverage the market correctly. So, you know, it's never been a better time to get into these APY positions like Umee. And, you know, I think higher scalability tokens is definitely the way to go. And then, you know, I've been definitely diversifying because, you know, I don't think we're going to be going into hyperinflation just yet. I think we're going more into like a stagflation moment.
Okay.
You know, yeah, there's no doubt, you know, we're going to be trending sideways somewhat. There'll still be scalability. Right. You know, but at the end of the day, I think inflation will be a little bit slower this year, probably towards the end of the year. I think Q3, Q4 will start to get upticks. Last year, we had inflation Q1, Q2. If you take a look at the US dollar index, we were roughly 90 to 94 cents, which is why we had those nice highs. You know what I'm saying? But right now, the dollar is priced at 98 cents, 97. So that reflection in the US dollar is reflecting onto the assets, which is keeping asset prices down. So I think we might see, like right now we have the buying power to get assets at a cheap price, which is good. Right. You know, keep in mind the macro market cap is going up. It's not going down. So for all the dinosaurs out there that think we're going to go through a crash, you're wrong. You got to wake up. The macro market cap we went from 3 trillion to 1.5 trillion. We're on an uptrend to 1.7. And now I think the last time I looked at it, it was 1.9 trillion. So we're scaling, but where's the price discovery, right? Everyone's saying, where's the price discovery? Well, the price discovery is in the dollar because the dollar is the baseline in which all assets are measured, tangible and intangible. Right. So because the dollar is going up in value, it's weighing asset prices and it's hiding the value that's actually there. So because the dollar is at 98 cents, yeah, we're not seeing the prices that we want to see. However, this is the time to buy because now is the time to take advantage of our buying power before the dollar plunges. And it's going to. Right. It's going to plunge again. There's no doubt in my mind. Biden said we're going to print $1.5 trillion.
It's so, I've never seen a time where it's so obvious. Even if you know nothing about the market, like you can obviously see this.
Yeah, exactly. You know, I hate these fucking riddlers. I'll tell you that. I really do. I really don't like riddlers. You know, you know, my background is M&A finance. I spent the last 3.5 years mergers and acquisitions and doing business broking for, you know.
And that's huge, man. People don't understand that.
You know, when we look at things like this, you know, like whenever I'm doing my analysis, I like to look at geopolitics. I like to look at the markets, and stuff like that. So when I go online or on Twitter, I mean, Twitter's toxic, but when I go on Twitter and I see like the Riddlers and like you start just seeing like these random images that just mean, oh, we're going to zero.
Right. And that's why I appreciate you, man, because like I do my research a certain type of way, but I also need to grab other areas so I'm not lost in the sauce thinking one direction.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I get another view. That other view might help me in my final decision.
Yeah, I mean,
you know what I'm saying?
We'll put it this way, when you data and education is always going to keep you confident in the market. You know what I mean? Because like keep in mind, like in January, we have a lot of community members that were like, oh, I'm too scared, and they were out the door. You know what I mean? But there's also a lot of people in the crypto space that have been here since 2017 or 2018 that like remember what they felt like when they had all this money and they let it just go away.
Yes.
And they take profit. And I get that, which, all of us did. I took profit. I made sure to take my profit before the end of the year. And then going into the new year, I had a measured out risk. I said, okay, I took my profit. This is how much money I'm going to gamble with going forward into this market because I know this is not going to last forever.
Right.
The cycles are there for a reason.
Right.
So, I went into this year, set amount of money, and we're going to make it happen with that. And we're going to see what we do. But at the end of the day, we can fall in love with every company that's out there, but we can't fall in love with the cycle. But on top of that, if you didn't know, like we have a lot of people watching Bitcoin only, you know what I mean? And I think it's a waste of time to watch Bitcoin because Bitcoin is a standalone asset and it's reactive. The crypto market is a reactive sector. So if the US dollar, precious metals, those are markets that'll tell you what's going on. That's going to reflect onto other assets and change their value. The crypto market is reactive. It's not decentralized. No matter how much Kool-Aid we want to drink, it's not decentralized.
Well, MetaMask proved that when they were stopping transactions going through.
Oh, I saw that. We all knew it was coming. We all knew. All of us. All of us knew. I mean, we all thought that everything was going to be decentralized and all this stuff, but it was so far from that, and even when I first got in and I first started learning about Ripple, XRP, Hyperledger, I mean, the company does, as much as I like the company and I hold XRP, the company does seem kind of communistic, to be honest with you, just the surveillance that they have and all that stuff. I mean, I felt like it was weird that nobody found it like strange that Chris the Larson was out there installing millions of surveillance cameras around California. They're partnered with Hyperledger, which is like a quantum computer to record.
That was when I was early doing my research on Ripple and XRP. That was the first thing when I came across that Chris Larson did that. I said, "Oh, okay, now I understand what's going on." I said, "I'm going to buy some, but I understand what's going on here."
Yeah, we have this saying, and I don't know if you've ever seen the advertisement where I'm on BitBoy's the live stream. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. No, I didn't see that one. I didn't get a chance to see that one.
Well,
what I missed?
Hold on, look. I'll show it to you real quick. It's funny.
I'll throw it in here then if you can show it to me.
Well, I have it on my Twitter account. If it's mycnetwork.crypto. But it's this one. I have it posted just recently. It looks like this one.
Okay.
Yeah. Look up that. And basically I was like, guys, we're going to be riding the devil's tail, but we're going to be the first crew out the back door. We're going to make this money and then we're out, So yeah. I always said, I'm like, MYC is going to be the first crew out the back door, straight to fucking Panama. We're fucking gone, And BitBoy, when BitBoy used to do super chats, I paid him $69, and he read my comment, and he's like, Mega Yacht Cult is going to be the first crew out the back door, and then he's like, oh shit, did I say something I wasn't supposed to say?
Oh, okay, I gotta see that. I gotta check that out. I didn't see that. I didn't catch that one.
Dude, it is priceless, dude. It is so priceless. Here, look, just to give you the audio.
I don't even know what that is.
Yeah, I saw something about Uranus, and I'm not digging Uranus,
Yo, I did catch that.
Yeah.
I did catch that. That was your. Oh my God, man!
It was classic.
Funny.
I mean, we're a comedy finance network, and if I wanted to stay serious and if I wanted to stay, corporate, I would have just stayed at the M&A firm that I was at, and I really got tired of the white collar shit, and that comes along with a lot of fakery, and that's kind of why we started this company, and I wanted to do something different. You know what I mean? Just so tired of being serious all the time.
Sweet.
You got any other picks on your radar, bro, besides UMEE?
UMEE. So what I've been doing right now is just getting into my solids while they're cheap. My solid coins that I've done my research on. I just been, getting those as much as I can and taking those solids that I believe in and putting those in protocols where they can earn.
Yeah. I've been noticing everyone's starting to shift to APY picks, and I'm starting to feel the same way. I mean, if we're going to enter into just a stagflationary environment, it's probably going to be best that we have APY, because I mean, with the dollar being at max value right now, we're not going to get the price discoveries we want to get. But we could get them faster in smaller cap tokens, which is kind of what I like,
Right.
Like all the large cap coins, or all the layer ones, layer zeros, it could be like Cosmos, ETH, XRP, XLM, XRP, HBAR, these coins don't have high scalability because they have so many tokens in circulation. They're big caps, but those are store of value for me.
Right.
Small caps, you get in, you ride the wave to the top and you make your money, but then you rotate your profits and your ROI back into your layer ones.
There's the key. That's the key.
Yeah. And I tell people this all the time. It's like, each layer one or layer zero, whatever the fuck they want to, I call them platform coins.
Right.
It's a platform, and then you got your branches out for your DeFi and all that. I look at everything macro, you make your money in your DeFi projects and you store your ROI into your platform coins.
Absolutely. And that's what I love. Not to cut you off, but I don't know if you had a chance to see Comb Financial.
Huh?
Have you had a chance to look at Comb Financial?
No, I haven't.
Okay, so they're a node as a service, but they run on the Phantom protocol, but they bring nice yield. So the yield that I get from there, I either reinvest that or I take some of it and I put it to my layer ones, and then I take those layer ones, put those in the APYs.
That's not bad. Look, I heard about Phantom, and I know it's that's the FANTOM, right?
Yeah.
That one? Okay, yeah. I heard great things about that whole ecosystem.
Yeah.
And,
I'm gonna get into it.
Well, I heard the CEO wanted to step down or whatever. However, I saw Tron TRX. I saw Justin Sun wants to adopt it and then just kind of take it on. So I don't know. There's a lot of little interesting facts that are happening with that entire ecosystem. Yeah.
I gotta look into that.
Well, basically, see, the problem is I think crypto illiteracy is making it harder for content creators, but also it makes it harder for developers out there because, we want to continue building the digital economy. And, because people don't understand that you can't build a crypto portfolio in 3 months, they get upset. I've been in this market for more than a few years, and, just like your 401k plan, or whatever IRA you got, it's not going to be made in 3 months. It's not going to be made in 6 months. And it's unfortunate that this reality must be accepted. But, it takes 10 years. Yeah, it's going to take several years to build up a strong portfolio, and a lot of our whales, if some of our biggest guys are 5-10 million plus, and they didn't make their portfolios in 6 months. It took years of time and commitment. And within those years and commitment, they went through crashes, but they bought the bottom. Because if you know the stock market, it's worth $80 trillion, and we're in the crypto market and it's worth $2 trillion basically right now, why would you be disappointed or discouraged about where you're at? You know what I'm saying? If you got a really good pick and you know it's a really good pick, then you keep buying, and accumulation is always the strategy. And that's what made me as successful as I am. I'm sure it makes you successful too, you know?
Yes.
XRP is not going nowhere. How many crashes? We've been through 5 cycles in XRP, but people call it a scam, you know? But have we made money in XRP? Yeah, absolutely. But you know why XRP goes all the way to the top and then it goes down? Because people are buying the bottoms and they're selling the top, right? So, but people still want to call cycles scams, and I just don't like. I think crypto illiteracy needs to be tackled from all fronts of every investor, every community out there needs
Absolutely.
to get rid of these bad actors. That
I'm actually writing an ebook, and I want to like help clear up some of that stuff, especially for new people coming in. So I'll let you know when that drops too.
I would love to share it. I would love to share it. You know, I think it's super important right now because we have a lot of people that they don't understand the way crypto markets work. They don't understand people that are barely getting into crypto. This is their first time ever investing, you know? So whenever they're going backwards, they're like, oh, I'm losing money. And then they sell at a bottom.
And then they leave.
Yeah, they have the perfect recipe for success, you know, buy tops and sell bottoms, you know, you know, but like, that's what's funny, you know, we're a pretty popular brand out there, but like, you know, when you're known, you're always gonna run into your haters and your lovers, you know, they're still gonna keep watching, no doubt. But at the end of the day, I believe a lot of the haters that we run into as content creators, and not just me. I mean, I have my own stories, but there's a lot of other content creators that I talk to that have even worse stories, because I mean, on my server, I have a private server. So like you have to pay your way in to get in. So I got a border there to keep out the trolls. But there's a lot of content creators that have open access and open source networks, right? Which is cool, but I'm more of a closed source network guy because I want to trap the value. You know what I mean?
Right.
But you know, for open source, you just got random people. You got kids, you got scammers, you got people that just are trolls coming in and out, and they got to deal with illiteracy all day. And the problem is the content creators or the server admins, they don't know who they're talking to. You know, it's just some profile, you know? Right. Because like, let's say if me and you are talking and some kid comes out trying to teach us a thing or two, we're going to look at him and be like, no, you could shut up. You know what I mean? Like, clear, we're not going to take you seriously. But when people are looking at random accounts, no name, no face, no nothing, they don't know how serious to take that person.
Right.
I think that's the bigger issue now. And that's why it's important for us to, as a community, tackle crypto illiteracy, because you could always tell when someone's illiterate. You know, if they have a negative attitude about the crypto market, first off, you should never have a negative attitude about the crypto market. We're in a growing, emerging market with so many new people coming in. It's almost impossible to be a failure in this market when it's emerging. So to run into bad actors or negative mentalities, it's just, I don't know, it's unfounded for me.
I just swipe left.
Yeah, same here. Our community, we have a particular demeanor and we have an expectation, you know, like when we talk to people about crypto, we could always tell when people just have a sour attitude. And if they have a sour attitude, that's not the people we want to associate with, because when you're an investor, you want to be confident at all times, and you want to be surrounded by optimism. If you're surrounded by a lot of negative people, chances are you're going to dump your bags early. Chances are you're going to be misinformed, miseducated, and you're not going to have the confidence you need to take on a volatile market. If you are having a negative attitude with a super volatile market such as crypto, your net worth will be reflected at the low. It will be. You know, there were so many times we've been in good picks that have 30 to 100x where they were called scams and negative, everything all the way to the top. You know? But the funny thing is the people that are negative all the way to the top, they're the ones that buy at the top. And then when everyone's out the back door, then they're even more upset.
Yeah.
So, that's what I call people that flinch. If you see a good pick and you do your own research, and like every content creator has to say, it's not financial advice, do your own research.
Right.
But do they listen? No, they never listen. No, but that's the point.
And that's why like it pays so much to do your own research, because that way you can feel confident in it if the market moves in a bad direction. You know what I mean? Because you've already foundationed your research.
Exactly, dude. Yeah. Exactly. If people didn't know better about the US dollar being put it this way, it's the reserve currency. So if the dollar is going up in value and assets are going down, it's not that everyone's selling, it's just the dollar value is high. So it takes less dollars to buy these assets, which means the price will be smaller.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So instead of people thinking that people are bailing ship, they could be holding and saying, oh, I just have big buying power and let me buy the dip.
Opportunity.
Yeah, exactly. So there's a big difference, and data is what's gonna be the difference in that for sure, bro.
Yeah.
And
I saw Bluzelle's, they're into data storage as well, which is huge.
Yeah. Take a look at the use cases. They got a game. They got GameFi. They got NFTs. They got infrastructure. They got software solutions, software security, data storage, data security. I mean, you look at this company, what doesn't it do? So I know it's only a matter of time, and Cointelegraph, as well as other media conglomerates, have called it an upcoming unicorn company. So that's $1 billion market cap. Right now, it's under 40 million of a market cap. So if it gets to, and I think it's like what, 14 cents?
14 cents right now.
Yeah, if it gets to $1 billion market cap, that's $3-4. That's a lot of multipliers. And I'm all about it. I'm all about the multipliers.
Yeah.
So I think I'll probably make my first million on Bluzelle BLZ. There's no fucking doubt. No fucking doubt.
Wait.
I'm in there. There deep.
Well, yeah.
It's my biggest holding right now.
Is it?
Yeah.
Wow.
No, really, it is. Yeah. Nice. I'm very confident in Bluzelle. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, man, I greatly appreciate you coming back on again, man. Where can people get a hold of you if they want to get inside of your NYC network, as well as like the education in there?
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's nycnetwork.crypto. You could find us on LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, or whatever. And all of those platforms have links. Even my YouTube. If you go to the comment section in my YouTube videos, the link to the private Discord server is right there. You click on that and you could hop right in.
Sweet, man.
And I know you like it. We have a lot of fun in there, don't we?
Yeah. They're nuts in there.
Yeah.
I love it. Well, thanks again for coming on, man. I'll see you soon.
Hey, no problem, bro. It's tits and ROI.
Cause it's the standard in this bitch. XRP. I went to YouTube University, and now they mocking me with no degree. We staying by the swift, keep it walking. Respect your elders in these bushes. Bitcoin is talking.
You don't have to be rich to be taking advantage of this. This was the beginning of the greatest transformation of wealth the world has ever fucking seen since World War II.
Blockchain. We talking about an intellectual choo-choo train. It's DLT up in these streets, man. That's why we rip all on that blockchain.